In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked upon as something shocking, but now heaven knows anything goes, said Cole Porter back in 1934. And now we live in an era where it seems truly anything goes. In certain circles, basic morality is basically out the window. We know this partly because of the Justice Department's long-awaited release of the long-requested files on widespread tolerance of immoral behavior that flouts basic decency. It's hard to say any of this stuff without sounding like a Puritan, but this is sort of how it ends up. The number of names in the recently released files and the prominence of the names has the power to shock. Release the files, people cried. And now that the Haman files have been released, we are faced with the sad fact that many of the leaders of our government, leaders in culture, academia, business, finance, and elsewhere, seem to collude with Haman, and they knew what he was doing. Those who deny it, who say that they were never aware of what went on at Haman's well-attended parties, or didn't know Haman's not-so-secret proclivities, are hardly believable. I was just traveling with him, in his private ship, to his private island. How was I to know he was a genocidal maniac? It's not much of an excuse. You were supposed to know he was a genocidal maniac, because he bragged about it and was surrounded by evidence of his genocidal plot against the Jews at all times. Did King Ahasuerus know? Well, there is the damning page in the Haman birthday book, where the king sketches what looks like the gallows built for Mordecai and speaks of wonderful secrets. Did that one of the king's high-living predecessors know? Well, his affinity for the same misdeeds as Haman is well known. Did all those businessmen and politicians really not know that Haman wanted all of the Jews dead? Or did they just look the other way because Haman had the power to grant favors to the powerful? Very few people are untouched by this. Bigtan and Teresh tried to report the crime, but the evidence was buried. Vashti must have known too much. She was disappeared by the authorities on exaggerated charges. She must have been too much of a threat to the guilty men in power. Esther sounded the alarm, but was fearful of reprisal. Shushan needs stricter whistleblower protection laws to keep scandals like the Haman files from happening again. It turns out that it's hard to know who to trust. The Haman files demonstrate that here in the Persian Empire, including in the palaces of power in Shushan, there are those who feel that the law does not apply to them. We need to be more like Mordecai and Esther, able to overcome our shock, bravely speaking out in order to hold the rich and powerful to account. Anyone who reads the files and the Megillah knows that it shouldn't be that anything goes. Have a Shabbat Shalom and a happy Purim, Chag Purim Samei'ach.